What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Super Nerd.
I'm totally not Althorius.
I'm Chizzam.
What are we doing today?
Today we will be fan casting another one of our Marvel favorite franchises, the X-Men. Just like our last fan casting, this will be a dual fan casting. T.N.A will have his, I will have mine. Make sure to let us know in the comments below at the end of this video whose cast you prefer.
So we're going with the basic X-Men. Not necessarily just the original cast, but some more fan favorites. So
there's a lot we left off.
Yeah.
We understand there's somebody's favorite, but we're not making a 3-hour video.
We're better to start than the headmaster.
Charles Xavier.
The baldest man with the greatest plan. I chose Ralph Fiennes?
Fine.
I chose Ralph Fiennes for Professor X. The dude was great as Voldemort. He was great as Amon Goth in Schindler's List. Let's let this dude play a good guy for once.
I love Ralph Fiennes. That's a good one.
He was, and he has comedic chops too. He's good in Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah. I also chose a comedic actor, or well, a well-rounded actor who definitely has comedic chops. Bryan Cranston, Heisenberg himself.
Also played a bald man.
He's a perfect leader for the X-Men.
He's good. Yeah, that's a good choice. Up next, Cyclops, the dad of the X-Men, the get off my lawn of the X-Men. I went with a little royal, Timothy Chalamet. You might know him from Call Me By Your Name and the Netflix movie The King, which are both fantastic movies.
My choice for Cyclops is any of the other Hemsworths.
There's like 50.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. Preferably Liam, but honestly, you couldn't complain. They all have that chiseled jaw.
Good Australian breeding.
Man, yeah, those Australians. They breed humans.
Yeah, that's good. I will say that's a good pick. I don't know what any of them look like, but I'm imagining
they all
like Thor.
look the same.
They all look like Thor. Okay, yeah, good, very good. Good choice. All A+ models.
Now, of course, you can't have any X-Men list without
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey. Who you got?
Saoirse Ronan. Recently, you might know her from she was in The Lovely Bones, the newest version of Little Women, but she could put on an accent, so that's no big deal.
She's already got red hair, right?
I think so, yeah. She knocked it out of the park. She's great. She's fantastic.
Very good actress. I went with another superstar actress. I love her to death. It's not her fault.
Not her fault
It's not her fault at all. Let's give her another shot. I chose Daisy Ridley to play Jean Grey. Rey is no longer. Star Wars has ended, or at least the Skywalker saga has. We gotta get this woman back out there. Too talented to not. Put her in the MCU. Franchise her again. Don't ruin her like J.J. Abrams.
If you want to hear our 90-minute rant on J.J. Abrams, please comment below.
I was about to say, I cut it out of the last video, but there was one.
The director's cut. It's the Snyder cut of the J.J. Abrams rant.
She was so good.
Yeah.
I would love to see her play Jean Grey. I think she could do a phenomenal job.
Up next, the heart and soul of the original X-Men, Bobby Drake, the Iceman. They've always kind of played him off as the comedic relief, sort of, where he can be really serious, but he's always there for you. He's the one that iced to meet you. He's gonna be making those jokes.
No, nobody's gonna be making those.
Yeah.
What killed the dinosaurs?
The Ice Age! So obviously I went with Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, I went with Dave Franco because he's funny. I think he's funnier than James Franco, honestly.
I almost picked the same exact person.
Yeah, he's just got the look, the high school jock look. I know that's not how they've been portraying Bobby Drake recently, but yeah, he's got acting chops too. I don't even almost even say he's a better actor than James Franco, honestly. But yeah, Dave Franco, good for a laugh.
Dave Franco's an excellent choice for Iceman. My choice for Bobby Drake is Cameron Monaghan. You may know him from Shameless.
Oh, Ian, okay,
or Gotham, where he played young Joker-esque
the Jacker
character. I'm not a huge fan of that Joker, but that acting is phenomenal.
He's great.
So good.
He is really
And
good.
Ian is, one of my 2 favorite characters on Shameless.
I love Shameless.
Love that
Shameless.
show. Yes.
He also did the mocap for the Star Wars Fallen Order.
Jedi Fallen
Yeah,
Order.
Jedi Fallen Order too. So he's got Star Wars. He's been in DC. Get him the EGOT of nerddom. Put him in Marvel. He's great.
I do need to have an award for that, like appearing in all of the major franchises.
Well, you can't make a word out of that.
No. Anyways, up next, my personal favorite member of the X-Men, Hank McCoy.
Ooh.
The Beast.
It would be quite disconcerting if this were to detonate. Disconcerting, yet provocative.
I went international with this one.
Okay.
I went with Dev Patel of Slumdog Millionaire.
Okay.
Such a good actor, though.
Okay.
He's got the accent. He's, can easily play the I'm smart, but I'm going to play it off funny.
I pulled from a little sci-fi show that got canceled before its time, Firefly.
Ooh.
I chose Nathan Fillion. Again, Firefly. He's on Castle, or was on Castle. That was a great show. I don't really have anything else to say. It's Nathan Fillion. Yeah, moving on. Wolverine.
Ooh, Logan.
Yeah, our favorite Canadian hairball person.
What you're thinking, punk. Question is, can I get Wolverine before he turns me into shish kebab with those claws? Well, Bob, seeing as how these claws are adamantium, the strongest metal known, and can slice through vanadium steel like a hot knife through butter, buddy, you gotta ask yourself, do I feel lucky?
I went with someone, he's Canadian. I picked Jared Caso from Letterkenny. He plays Wayne. He's got the right build for it. Not sure how tall he is, though.
Such a good show.
They got brought up at a Q&A, and he was like, I'd rather just keep doing this. I don't want to go to Hollywood kind of thing. You drive a dump truck of money up to somebody's house, their morals go to the wind.
Yeah, no, that's a good pick. I don't know if my guy's been asked, but you may know him from The Kingsman and other things. I chose, what's his name?
Taron Egerton?
Yes, Taron Egerton.
Is he the main dude on the Kingsman?
Yes, main character.
He's
He's got that scruffly, he's young, so he could play off of A. Hemsworth and Daisy Ridley, and
Wolverine is kind of ageless, too, so.
that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we saw his fighting chops and abilities in both of the Kingsman movies. I think he's a great actor. Kind of looks the part.
He is short.
Perfect. Yeah.
He is kind of short in those movies.
I was taking it literally. Like, we have had big, bulky Wolverines before. I'm taking it back to the conception. We're getting a 5'4" Canadian to do this, even though he's Scottish. Or maybe Irish.
Up next, Aurora Monroe.
Storm.
The only person who's been worshipped as a god or goddess on this list. I went with Keke Palmer. You might know her from Akia and the Bee and that Disney movie.
Jump In.
Jump In, thank you.
Yeah. Or that Drake song where he's asking if she loves him.
She does not.
So my choice for Storm was Sonequa Martin Green, or Sasha from The Walking Dead. Very good actress. End up not liking her character so much in that TV show, but that only makes you a better actress in my mind if I'm watching a TV show and I hate you, probably because the writers want me to.
It's the Ramsay Bolton principle.
Yeah, Ramsay Bolton was a great actor, but oh my gosh, you can't watch that show and like Ramsay. Promise.
Up next, we got our Southern Belle, our
yes.
untouchable Southern Belle, straight from the Delta region of Mississippi itself. Rogue.
Tell you what my power is?
No, 'cause I don't care.
My power is your power, and I can take more than one.
Does Rogue have a name?
Rogue.
Rogue.
She was actually the first person I wrote down. I was so confident in my choice for.
Okay. No, I've seen your choice because I get limited access to the scripts, so I've seen your choices.
That's right. I do let you look at them.
Yeah, my criteria for this is, since he's from the South, somebody who was born in the South or spent some time here to actually do a convincing accent. I went with Emma Roberts because she's from Georgia and she's Southern, and shout out Evan Peters. She'd be pretty good.
That's a great choice. I just assume everyone can do a Southern accent, being from the South ourselves. It's just, you know.
Well, it's
you
kind of
can't
like
walk outside without hearing it. So I chose Alexandria Daddario.
You've seen the first season of True Detective.
I was about to mention True Detective. Blew me away.
Hey, watch.
She was actually good in that. I didn't hate that reboot. Go
Oh.
ahead and light me up for that in the
Okay.
comments. But I did not hate that. Anywho's, Alexandria Daddario, very good actress. Looks the part already. Just put that gray streak in her hair.
Who's up next?
Up next. Nightcrawler.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like yourselves, I am a mutant. But unlike most mutants, my condition was obvious from the moment I was born. She abandoned me, but I did not die. I became Nightcrawler.
Okay, so for Nightcrawler, I was at a loss. I was gonna do Dev Patel here, and then I thought he'd make a better Hank McCoy. And so then I kind of just stole one from DC, and I went with Ezra Miller. I think he's okay.
The Flash.
He's never actually impressed me as an actor, but he does have that, I don't know, certain look about him where you paint him blue or CGI him blue or whatever, and his face would be more than enough to be old Kurt Wagner.
I went with Remy Malek.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, because the general look. He's already been in the rock and roll cinematic universe as Freddie Mercury.
I mean,
and the
basically
world,
rock and roll Superman.
Yeah, and the World War II cinematic universe in the Pacific.
He's in Mr. Robot.
Yes, haven't seen it. Heard things.
Remy Malek,
Yeah.
Nightcrawler. That's a good one. Now, time to move from the good guys to the bad guys, because you can't have an X-Men movie without them. Go ahead and start from the tippy top with a little caveat. We're going to keep Juggernaut the same as the Deadpool universe Juggernaut.
CGI.
And yeah, I mean,
Whoever acted as him, I'm not sure.
I think it's Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, okay, that'd be cool.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
Ryan
fine.
Reynolds,
I'm fine with that.
and it's just CGI'd to hell, because Deadpool's about to be canon, so we're going to keep Colossus, keep Juggernaut, keep Domino as the actors that are already played them. Say what you will about that franchise.
Love
One
it.
of my favorites, yeah.
Love it. Our camera guy doesn't like it. Magneto!
Thank you! Totally not how far he is.
Ladies, gentlemen, you have been chosen to witness the announcement of a momentous event in the history of our planet. The liberation of mutant kind.
Okay, caveat with Magneto. Say you're setting this movie now.
He doesn't have to be Jewish.
He doesn't have to be. He'd be 80. Even if he was a kid. He'd be 80.
Well, there's ways around that, especially
Sure.
now with time travel.
Sure, but let's go on the assumption they're just going to put him in. He has to be a survivor of some crime against humanity. So I went with all the crap that's been going on in the Middle East our entire lifetime. I went with Alexander Siddig. You might know him as Doran Martell in Game of Thrones, the guy in the wheelchair who gets stabbed. He was in Kingdom of Heaven and some other movies.
I think Christoph Waltz. Actually, I think Christoph Waltz could play anybody on this list. To me, he's the greatest actor alive right now. But if he is too sophisticated for the MCU, my backup plan would be
Morgan Freeman.
All those years spent fighting each other, Charles.
you might know Morgan Freeman from
Seven.
South Park. Seven, yeah, that's a
John Doe has the upper hand.
I still don't know how the MCU is going to do Magneto. I'm super anxious to find out. We actually talk about it off camera all the time, like how they're going to do Magneto and how they're going to do X-Men in the world they created already. It's going to be
I
fascinating.
honestly have no freaking clue.
Me either, but it's going to be fascinating. Finally, the shape-shifting mistress of Magneto herself, Mystique.
MYSTIQUE.
You really don't remember me, Logan?
Because I remember you.
All too well.
Who'd you go with?
Oh, well, this was the second name I wrote down when you handed me a list of X-Men characters you wanted me to do. I went with Charlize Theron. Know that my choice is better than your choice without even looking at your choice. I mean...
she's great. She was great in Monster.
So good, man. She's a great actress. She's got awesome action ability, fighting ability, all that good stuff, which Mystique will definitely need. She would have the different accents to play whatever. Charlize Theron.
You know she's technically African American?
Yeah, she's South African.
Yes. I went with Evan Rachel Wood. You might know her from being Marilyn Manson's wife, briefly.
Or Across the Universe.
Yes.
Singing all those Beatles songs.
Yes. She kind of has the same badass, kick-ass chick vibe to her, I think. I will give you this, Charlize Theron is better, but I will argue for several of mine being better as well. That's the whole point of this.
Both good picks. Both very good picks. Mine was better.
Not Jennifer Lawrence. I don't want Jennifer Lawrence in any movie ever again.
Well, that pretty much sums it up. Anybody that's been in a Deadpool or an MCU movie thus far, we left off this list for obvious reasons that they will get first chance to keep their role unless they turn it down.
Right to first refusal.
If you want 20 more X-Men that we did not cast on this list, get this video to 100 likes and we'll be sure to make that happen for you.
And I'll hate you for it because, oh, good lord, there's some stupid X-Men. Be sure to give us a like and subscribe down below. Hit that beautiful bell button to get all our fanciful content. Comment down below more nerdy stuff you'd like us to see. If you want to get into pointless arguments with us, that's great too.
You remember when I pronounced Tarrasque as Tarasque?
Yes.
And I was like, it's a Tarasque, and all of you were just like,
What's a Tarrasque?
nobody was scared, and I was
about?
like, why is no one reacting? This is like fighting a dragon.
Maybe a Tarrasque.
And then y'all were like, Tarrasque? Oh,
Very good times.
Good times.